I could have just done it straight to YouTube separately. Okay. Alright, today's video is very short and sweet. It's just so that I can get a 4K clip over to YouTube in regards to this. I'm very excited about this skin and this new vehicle. I shared this in some of my longer streams, but it wasn't captured properly. Just left the camera with. So, if you knows about this, it's just something that's, again, there might be other videos that discuss this, but most of them just talk about the fact that it just has the spikes. And again, there isn't an actual confirmation of the exact full form of the, I'm guessing that the LR2, so let me see here. I mean, I don't, do you know, Vilo, how many all I know is that there's a spike LR2s.
I know there are two in the game.
Two different
Two
types?
variants of this one. Yeah, one is on the helicopters, like on the Italian and French helicopter, and the Israeli one, the Spike ER. And then on the ground vehicles, we have the Spike L2.
Oh yeah, those. Well, actually, I'm trying to find the spike for the. Do you mean the 𝗬𝗵 on the French helicopter? Anyway, but.
Oh, what I mean on the French helicopter on the Tiger AD Block 2 are the Spike ER under the Hellfires. The same ones that the 𝗬𝗡 from Israel and the Italian 𝗬𝗡-129D gets.
Are the penetration values
And
the same?
No, the penetration is different. The ER has 1000 millimeters penetration on 8 kilometers distance. With 8 kilometers distance, and the Spy and the ones that, for example, the KF-41 with the Spike LR2 has a 700 millimeters.
Okay.
It has the same range. Both have 20 kilometers range. They can lock something, but I don't think the LR2 can fly farther than the one on the helicopters. It just isn't listed how far it actually can fly.
So I'm trying to keep this into a short video today so I can maybe actually list it as a YouTube short. But basically the one thing that I have not seen anyone really talking about in the Puma, which again, I don't even know the official name of it yet, other than the Spike Puma, people are calling it the Puma with spikes, is that people are discussing it in regards to it having the new spikes, but there are many vehicles with spikes in the game right now, several of them, and there's something that is distinctively different about this Puma, this vehicle, than any of the others in game. And again, if there's some other vehicle that I somehow don't have knowledge of, feel free to correct me, but I don't believe there are any others that have the ability to do this, which is very simple. The spikes here, when I first loaded into this vehicle, I presumed that you can see that they look like they have the launcher here looks like it's sloped a bit compared to the barrel. I assumed it was just hard mounted, but it's not hard mounted. It actually moves up and down with the barrel elevation. That is what I'm not seeing
Can
many
also,
other
it
people
should
talk
also
about.
be able to do it.
What was that?
I found one vehicle that should also be able to do it.
Which one?
This 𝗬𝗂𝗶 from Italy, the 10.3
Let's see.
wheels 𝗬𝗡𝗴. It also has the spikes, and it looks also as if it can move then, and if you go with the non-modules, it also says that it has elevation and depression.
I'll have to check. At least for Germany anyway, this is a game changer in the fact that the only thing for Germany so far that's been there has been the event vehicle that's from which country they pull it from. It's based on the body of the a very commonly used thing in the Bundeswehr. The
Something with L, but it is essentially on a boxer chassis.
the 𝗬𝗂𝗃. So the 𝗬𝗂𝗃 has a deployed module, and again, there's no elevation control. So one of the issues with that is I don't have the So basically, what again I'm trying to just get this message out really quickly is that this vehicle is going to have a lot more versatility, even though the spikes are limited in what they can do, as everyone knows. The fact that this one has the ability to aim like this, I've been able to do things that I would not normally be able to do with the other vehicles, such as, let's see if I can do this here. It's already locked to it, it just didn't make the tone. Such as taking out aircraft a little bit more reliably. Is it moving in on the front? That one I didn't lead. Let me see. It's still caught up to it. But just the ability to have the launcher actually angled. One, it does two. Other than that, the other thing it does is it eliminates the minimum range you need to have for some of these things. So, for example, the ability to do that was difficult before. Usually, you need it to be like 400 meters away, or so, at least. I mean, I think the minimum was like 300, but that was curving it. It was very difficult to get it to do so. But the fact that I mean I can actually guide it into the water if I wanted to, but wow, just from yesterday, I swear I think that they might have changed some dynamic about it, not in regards to the aiming, but in my long form video yesterday or day before yesterday, I was doing a test with this, and every hit I made of this vehicle was an instant death, which is interesting. So I wonder if they have updated it to be more realistic now in regards to what it is capable of, or if I just had extreme luck the other day. But the great thing about it is here, like if this right now, see, I'm intentionally going down in this weird terrain where I'm in this rut, right? Because if I was in the 𝗬𝗂𝗃, the weapon would be basically useless. But in this configuration, because it's aimable, and again, something I didn't even know about it, even from looking at photos, photos of it, because in the photos you usually see them with that deployed, pretty much level, like this, and yeah, so anyway, that's interesting. Also love the skin. This 𝗬𝗏𝗏 skin that I'm just super ready for this to come out, this update. Alright, I think that's about it. Is there any other like additional commentary share on this that I'm missing? Any other things that other people aren't talking about?
It would also be that the Puma gets another missile, but I would be...
Oh, shoot. Here's something else I was talking about. Yeah, I haven't said that yet. I'm trying not to say that, so...
It could either be the Spike LR or the Melis, or I don't know exactly how it's pronounced.
So,
but it's essentially can either have the Spike LR or a German-made missile.
Did you see what I just did? Well, I'm gonna try this. I want to see how I can do this reliably. If this is something reliable, I might be able to get tank kills more reliably because of the aiming. Look, let me see how I did this. I did this and I intentionally aimed way above it like this, so that it would be forced to come at a high angle of attack. Oh shit! I just reset it. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything to this, that would be amazing. Okay, I forced it to go very high and come down at a high angle. Boom! Instant death. Instant death. Hold on. Let's see. Let me do that again with something else.
That can be done, but you need to be cautious, because if you aim too high, the missile will not come down where you want it.
Yeah. Well, that's the point of those videos, testing the fact that I haven't really been seeing any other people doing it. Now this is going to be the hardest kill. I mean, it's the most difficult tank to kill. I don't... And it did it! It did it!
Yeah, because
wow.
you top of the tank with the least amount of armor.
Yes, that's the point. Let me see. Okay, just send something over there real fast. All right, let me try. I'm gonna try this for a few other things real quick. I'm gonna try the strategy again. If I start to get kills like each time, that will be impressive, because normally it's okay. Oh, that one hit the barrel. Okay, hold on. That was a positional thing. Let me come from the side like this. Try the same strategy. Begin. Wow. Wow. Hold on. There might be something to this. There might actually be something to this. Again, the whole thing is examining for people that are coming and viewing. I wasn't planning on making this live, and I'm going to... I should have started... I did set a hard limit timer of 30 minutes to make sure I didn't go past it. I was planning on this being a 5-minute, very quick video, because I've got to go into the normal server and work on my F15 grinding. But it turns out that I might have just stumbled upon a strategy that at least... Hold on. That again, I'm making this video because of the utility of the aiming portion of the launcher of the spikes gives you an advantage that hasn't been there before for many vehicles. All right, and it allows you to align things for a better shot with an aircraft, so you can guide it in the right direction first, so it increases your chances there. So all right, so the barrel's kind of out of the way. I'm gonna try arcing it, and again, now like the Velkus does have an angle, but it's not angled to an extreme. You can't change it, and it's terrain dependent, so where your vehicle is going to be how it is aimed. If this kills that tank, wow, I think this could be very lethal if done right. I wish I could try these on... I wish I could customize the tanks here. It's kind of... That one might not be... That one... I felt off about that one. Also, that was kind of strange to curve to the right. I'm just thinking that while I am kind of starting out late today, but I never really did test... Well, I never tested the whole launching at a different angle for the purposes of hitting from an unarmored portion of a tank. That was something I never did in my other review video. Like, now the spikes do tend to go up on their own, but it's limited. In the Velkus I'll see it go out and up and then kind of down. But but with your ability to aim from the start here, like I'm just saying that it's going to for Germany anyway, at least. And again, I think there might be one weird example of something that I'm unaware of for in Italy apparently, which I have topped here, but I didn't unlock one of the branches. So if anyone else knows of aimable things like this, again, I've come from a Swedish background where there's the 9040 built, it can't be aimed. The KF-41, it cannot be aimed. The Vilkas in Germany cannot be aimed. And if this here, so I'm gonna do something. The more distant the target, the more extreme the arc I'm gonna try, because I don't want it to have. Let me see. This arcing strategy probably will decrease its range some bit because of. Okay, that hit the barrel because you need to be off from. Yeah, it increases the traverse time.
It should increase the potential energy the missile has, as long as you don't overdo it, because the missile will try to gain altitude anyway. Essentially, give it a head start.
That's it.
As long as you don't overdo it, it should actually, to a small degree, increase the range.
Yeah. Let me see something. Okay. So far, the only times it's failed have been when I have not set up appropriately. When I've come from a frontal aspect, like, yeah. And again, in game, obviously tanks and barrels are going to be moving all the time, so your potential for this to work would be much higher than these stationary tanks with a turret in one direction, where I'm having to go maneuver around their turret instead of kind of waiting on them to just rotate it to a different direction.
𝗧𝗵𝘂𝗶, 5 Uhr, Entfernung 1200
Kill it, one shot.
Possible with
Oh wow!
spikes.
Perfect top. So yeah, well.
What also should be possible with the spikes is to lock onto helicopters
Yes,
and shoot
I
them
have.
down. I saw people do it already with the KF-41.
Yes, it is something that's like really lucky if it happens. I've tried, especially with the the Russian helicopters that are really annoying.
Should be a bit
Easier.
more with it, not that it's easier because of the range and how slow the missile is, but now you can give it a bit more of a ballistic trajectory.
Yeah.
This Puma.
Let me see. Let me add some. Okay, so I'm adding this, and I'm adding some frontal. So, okay, look at that. Look at it. Guidance. Boom. Sorry. So that level of control, I enjoy a whole lot. I couldn't really give it proper appreciation the other day, and anyway, I don't know what was going on. The other day I was kind of, and again, the whole fire and forget aspect is amazing. Okay, I'm testing the curve on that one. That was like, I just wanted to see how much it could. Just so you know, I don't need to do anything special with that. Any shot to that will kill it. It's just it's an IFV, but anyway, so I'm kind of tending to this audience to be for newer players that are interested in. I get a lot of console people that don't have access to dev server stuff, and anyway, I mean, just the other day I was kind of on another stream talking with Vilo about like, I don't know what the point of the new Puma is, but I'm starting to see a lot more use for it, especially because of the aiming of that pod. All right. Let me see if I can get a kill on that. And this is crazy because if this strategy actually works, and again, I only have these kind of like old, like, older tanks to test. I don't, it's not really the things I'd be up against. And I'm wondering, the things I'd be up against is, I mean, other than like 𝗓𝗵𝘂𝗶 and the Swedish, generally speaking, isn't higher tier stuff usually less armored on the top than these, like, into World War II?
Technically, yes. And no, it depends honestly from the thickness of the effective amount of
9 Uhr.
protection, the top tier tanks would most likely be more armored
Mhm.
in most cases, but relative to
certain
what
ones.
penetration you have, it's less effective.
I do know there are definitely, and I wish, the only thing I wish that, and again, it's just for all of them, I wish they would let you, I wish they would let you target specific parts of the tank instead of it selecting automatically where it would like to, which it is different. There is a difference in the game. For example, like the Chinese event vehicle, it tends to lock onto the edges of vehicles. It's really weird. It'll like click on the absolute edge, like it's some sort of optical thing, and it's just trying to between it and the environment. But here, kind of, it goes like center mass for this one, and for other spike-based systems I've seen. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will be right back on both platforms. Just a minute, and I'm hopefully gonna be able to grind for my F-15A. Which, oh my gosh, oh yeah, Velo, you were gone by the time I was doing a test flight of it, but I did not expect it to be as maneuverable as it was. Let's just say that it kind of shocked
The
me.
F-15 is extremely maneuverable.
I love that.
Of course, it depends how much fuel you have with it and what you are using with it, but it can be quite maneuverable.
Wait, let me end this here. I hate to end this stream because let me see. Oh, actually, it's weird. It's not showing me how many people are there. All right, anyone, I'll be right back. I'm just, all I gotta do is just copy paste different title and tags, and anyway, I just wanted to have this video up there for anyone who's interested in the, again, we don't even know the official name yet. This is just, we just know what the game file name is going to be. Again, where I was able to put different custom camos and things like that in it, but I mean, in Germany, is there a specific name that you already know of for this exact like?
Could be different version. One version I have here could be the S1, but there is also an in between from the normal and the S1 version that it could be, but I'm not quite sure what that's called.
Okay, I meant to check in the normal one. Does it have? I forget. Does it have these rails on the normal right here? Oh wait, they are passing by. Hold on. No, okay, it does have those. And
I think not. I think they were added so you can easier get on top to reload the missile.
Yeah, I think that was so. Like again, this is where it can carry people in the back. It also looks like either I haven't noticed this, but do you see all these these cameras? 1, 2, 3, 4, or oh, that looks like the Spectus system, maybe that one. But these are different. They aren't listed, but yeah, it's probably been there. Oh, those are probably laser warning, right? I'm guessing. Oh no, electronic equipment. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's sort of weird angle. That's very interesting. These just, I've never noticed that on the Puma before. Have you noticed these? And these are stacked. Those two are stacked at like 45-degree angles from one another. Is that always there? Been there? I'm not sure if you can see this, but these right here on the back of the Puma,
from different angles.
it's like right
The
above.
back.
It's probably, it might, for all I know, it's probably been there. I just am noticing it because I'm paying more attention to this. But it looks like an awful lot of more optical systems are on the back right here. I don't know if that's just me finally noticing it. But then in the center, there's not only here, this was, again, to me, it looks more like a Spectus system. And I call that because on the 2A7V, there's a box like that, which has a black front. But then there's these here, and then on this side, it only has one angled here, and this one has two stacked on top of each other at kind of strange angles. And oh, that's what interesting. Instead of having another one here, like I would have thought it would have been symmetrical, but they have a hatchet there, and very interesting. It's kind of a strange thing to have. If these are internal cameras, they're in very weird placements. And if they are, and again, on the turret, do you know, are the laser warning systems these here? These things called electronic equipment? Yeah, IRST auto tracker. Okay, so no, this is, I don't know why this is in the back though, but
That's essentially electronic, a bit of electronic components that they added so you can destroy certain abilities of the vehicle.
yeah. But in real life, I mean, I just assumed that those were like just cameras for the crew to be able to look in different directions, but also probably serve trying. In the game, they kind of just clumped them together and named them all the same thing. But it's probably it probably is for tracking purposes, but also like this one here that's looking out to the side. I can't see any other purpose other than just situational awareness, and the back one. Anyway, that's on the normal Puma. Let me stop my talks about this. All right, guys, I'll be right back on YouTube, which is in 4K. And again, let me just drop this in here real quick on both of these, so you can see in chat. If anyone found any of this useful, let me see. Just need an invite link. Which this is crazy because for me this is like the shortest video I've probably ever made. Hey there. Oh hey, In. There's someone named In. Just a single letter. Okay, I made it to where, and again, guys, like the Discord actually has a lot of activity here, so it's not like, and yeah. Oh wow, a lot more things than I even realized. So yeah, hope you guys might show up there. Let's see, and let me paste it over here, and just all right, take care. Hey In, I'm gonna follow you. Just I can't tell right now if there's any chance to follow, but it would make my day if, especially on YouTube, I'm subscribing to you In, and I will be right back. If you hit follow, you'll get a notification of the video that I'm gonna do right after this. All I have to do is just change the information and for doing aviation stuff, and be there. I just sent you a follow. Or subscribe to you, and hope to see you around. All right, take care, guys. I am very excited about this. Again, I think it affects me more for the fact that Germany was my first ground nation, and I thought, I was really I'll be able to immediately use it and benefit from it. And oh well, here's the normal Puma. I could have compared. No, all that shit is new. Look at it. Look, they didn't. I was right. All of it is new. Look, none of that stuff's here. The guardrails are there, but look, there's only one tiny camera. All that extra camera system, that's new. See, they only have these very minimal ones, like in each corner, the symmetrical ones. Those are some sort of new. I imagine they're some sort of new defensive measurement because of how they are positioned, but they're not on this one. So there's actual physical changes to the body. I thought that I'll have to see how they do it because I do make skins. I need to look in there. I assumed that it would just be the same exact Puma skin in every single way, everywhere. But with the ad, they usually do a Puma_ad and then little changes that they make. It could be in there with these railings, but yeah, all those camera systems are different. There were so many more camera or some sort of optical equipment that was here that's not on the normal Puma. All right, that was my 30-minute marker. Not gonna go past it. All right, take care. Hope everyone might join on Discord, and that's the way we keep up with everyone and why I do these things, because it's to grow a community around this. And all right, take care. We're ending it on that shot of the Puma there. I will be right back on both channels, either one you're viewing me on, in just a minute, if you'll stick around, guys. stopping that one. Now stopping YouTube.